Hello, today I just want to talk about a topic that I see mentioned very frequently. It's the player movement speed in Phasmophobia. A lot of people ask me if I think it's too slow, but I think it's perfect as it is. And in this video, I'm just going to go over why I think that is, and why I think it's good for the game. So, first of all, I just want to talk about Phasmophobia and the type of game that it is. So obviously it's a horror game, but there is a focus. Phasmophobia doesn't focus on the cheap jump scares. It focuses on the build-up of tension, the horror atmosphere, and the dread as you're walking around, not knowing if things are going to happen, not knowing if the ghost is going to pop up and manifest, listening out for those very small and quiet audio cues that might guide you in a direction, stuff like that. That's how Phasmophobia differentiates itself from other horror games, and something that I really appreciate about this game in general. So, sound is a very important thing. When you're looking for the ghost room, eyes and ears are often one of your best methods. If you're walking around slowly, listening carefully, you can hear that door moving, even if it's quite a distance away. You might hear that item being thrown. You might hear that light switch being flicked, stuff like that. I do feel like if the player movement speed was increased, and you're pretty much sprinting around the map, you would miss a lot of this subtlety. It's all about the subtle signs with Phasmophobia. So I feel like you would miss so many of these if you're rushing around the map. Do bear in mind, a lot of the maps are very small already. All the houses and the farmhouses. So if you were rushing around, you would cover the whole map very, very quickly, in my opinion. So that's one of the reasons why I think that the movement speed is good as it is. I feel like if you moved faster, you would miss all of these subtle signs. Next up, I just want to talk about the game length in general. So I'm talking about the mission length. So I've been recording my stats recently for the maps that I've been playing, and on average, my missions have been between 10 and 20 minutes. This does include every single map size, so we're talking all the way from Tanglewood up to Asylum. On average, 10 to 20 minutes. And this is me playing solo. So I know playing solo, you can only carry 3 things at once. Technically 2 if you're bringing a flashlight. And my missions are still that short. Imagine now you've got 4 people. How much quicker is that mission going to be? So I think 10 to 20 minutes is honestly the perfect length for a round. I would not want that to be any quicker. I feel like if they were too quick, it would kind of lose the feeling. I feel like you would probably never get hunted as well, to be honest with you. I do feel like the balance is quite perfect as it is at the moment in terms of game length, the number of like ghost events and hunts that happen in a mission, which is also kind of tied to the movement speed. Because if you are speeding through the mission, you might miss out on a lot of these things, to be honest with you. So I think that's perfect in terms of mission length as well. And finally, I just want to talk about the hunts as well. The hunts are not supposed to be an adrenaline-rushing, fast-paced chase experience in Phasmophobia. Again, it's almost about the feeling of helplessness, the feeling of dread, as the ghost is slowly creeping up towards you, and you wish you could move faster. You can hear it behind you. You can see that door. You can see that closet. You're slowly getting there, and you can hear it behind you. It just really adds to the feeling of dread. And in my opinion, it makes hunts that much more terrifying, which I absolutely love. I feel like if you could just sprint between the rooms and quickly break line of sight, again, that would take away from the theme of the game, which is all about the atmosphere, about the tension, the slow build-up, etc. that I've just talked about. Also, one more thing that, tying into this point actually, something that every Phasmophobia player can relate to, when they're going to the exit and your sanity is low, you see that front door in the distance. You don't know if you're going to make it or not, and it's quite a slow, tense walk up to that door. You might even get a ghost event on the way or hear the ghost throwing items. So I think that's an amazing experience when you're walking up to the door and it just closes in your face, and it feels like the longest walk ever. But it's something we can all relate to as a Phasmophobia player, having that front door closing your face and the hunt starting, and then the fear kicks in. So honestly, if I feel like you could rush around, I feel like it would take away from a lot of these moments. But they're my thoughts on why I think the player movement speed is perfect as it is. I really think it's been crafted with great thoughts for this game. I think it ties in with the themes fantastically. I think it really helps you to listen out for the audio cues, stuff like that, really adds to the dread and the tension. And like I said, I really feel like the mission lengths are perfect as they are. They're already quite fast with me, who kind of gets through solo quite quickly, so with 4 people, I can imagine people speeding through that even faster, because I do play solo mainly. It is what I enjoy the most, because it does make it a little bit more difficult, and I guess more scary, which is something that I look for in horror games. So there you go, that's why I think the movement speed is perfect as it is already. What do you guys think anyway? Do you agree? Have you got any other thoughts that you would like to share? Because I'd be interested to read them otherwise. The main argument that I see for people wanting things faster at the moment is this. It's just that it takes too long to walk around, but I really do feel like they're missing the point of the game and the atmosphere that it's creating. But anyway, do let me know your thoughts. Just a topic that I thought would be interesting to talk about. Thanks for watching, as always, and I will catch you soon. See ya!